Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. First, I want to say happy Wednesday to everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day. And please stay safe, y'all. Please be aware of your surroundings at all times. Watch the company that you keep, because it could very well cost you your life. Okay, y'all? I've been saying this for the longest, but I'm about to show y'all something about the connections and why TakeOff was taken out. This was an industry hit, y'all. This was not nothing about what everybody's talking about. It was an industry hit. And they used their spiritual advisors and stuff like that to line it up with, certain things from the videos and this and that and that and this. So, it'll catch y'all attention and be right in y'all face, but at the same time, they feel like prove it. Okay, y'all? This is what this is about. With the Chucky dolls and all of this other mess, okay? This is what this was about in the first place. This goes over the heads of, just mob ties, y'all. Okay? This goes to the point of that table that I was telling you all about, that they meet set and they decide who lives and who dies. Cardi B been trying to tell y'all for the longest that something was brewing without trying to, let the cat out the bag. She'll jump on social media. She'll say, if something happens to me, the Illuminati did it, da-da-da-da-da-da. And she'll jump back on and say, I was just kidding. But was she, y'all? Was she? You have to pay attention to how everybody was moving, y'all. You have to. OffSet bounced. He was like, I'm good on this. Was it because they wanted to take his nephew, his cousin, out? Is that why he left the group and was like, I'm not going for this? But at the same time, he didn't want to throw nobody. Did he see it coming? He didn't want to throw nobody under the bus. Why not take your cousin with you? Why not take off to the side and say, man, leave this mess alone. Somebody going to get taken out dealing with certain people. Why not do that? Or was TakeOff being hard-headed? And going along with what Quavo was saying. Was he listening to Quavo over listening to OffSet? Because we all know now that this had nothing to do with no sweetie. Okay, y'all? That was just the distraction from what was really going on behind the scenes. I want y'all to pay attention to some stuff. And I keep telling y'all over and over again that all of these deaths that has taken place are all tied to the same people. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. I said it's about 4 of them. It's about 4 labels that I can, truly say that's connected. I said Empire is connected to these industry hitters. I said Jay-Z is connected to these industry hitters. I said Mob Ties is connected to these industry hitters. And I said that CMG is connected to these industry hitters. And it could be much more. People, I've gotten information that it's other labels too. But from my research, this is what I have came to the conclusions with, that it's 4 labels or more that's connected to these industry hits right now. And somebody said this in my comment section a while back. They said, if you take out the leader, then the rest of everything else crumbles. And this is why certain people are being taken out. It's a group of haters that then got together in the industry. And, they've came up with, and this is why I go by these numbers, okay? Because they go by these numbers. This is how they line people up. They go, these spiritual advisors are lining these, deaths up to this, that's connected to these artists. in their videos and stuff like that, and they use their weakness against them. This is what they do. And they use other people that, I call them house niggas, y'all. They use them, y'all, just so they can get close to certain people. People in the industry think that they can trust certain people. Some people is fanned out, and they feel that they can trust people. And they let their guards down when they fanned out, thinking that certain people care about them. And see, you cannot be fanned out in this day and age. Because the person that your biggest, the person that you're so crazy about, will be the person that play a part in your demise. Look at Duke 93rd. Look at Mo 3. They put Boosie on this pedestal, but Boosie played a part in lining them up for these industry people. So I want to show y'all the connections right now of the majority of the people that has passed away. They're all connected to the same people, y'all. Okay? So, just like I said, somebody told me, they say you take off the top dog and then the rest of their label crumbles. And that's a part of this takeover. When they took out Mo 3, they took out HSM. Because HSM then pretty much crumbled. Okay? No matter how his mama want to get up there and sing, it's crumbled without Mo 3. Okay? This is a part of this takeover. They took out Dolph. Where's Pre right now? They might be making the little crumbs here and there, but if they don't go along with this industry stuff, Pre is over with. Okay? They already started working on Key Glock because he was I do believe, and this is my personal opinion, that he knew the play. I do believe Key Glock knew the play. All right, I want you to pay attention. You take out OffSet, he bounced, and then you take out the brain. You take out somebody that was the most talented in the Migos. Then the Migos crumbles, unless the last two get together. But at the same time, will they get back together? It's a question. Everybody the ball is in Migos' court right now. People want to see how they're about to move right now. They want to see it. They want to see if they are going to accept the fact that they just, took this man out like he was bait. Like he was the fish and they went fishing. Okay? Somebody sent me some pictures of Jazz Prince and they were like, he liked fishing. This is why, he has this fishing hat on for his birthday and all of this mess. But, that's fine and dandy. And I'll mention that, yeah, he liked to fish. But for his birthday, when he was in a car with Quavo, and they would say they got some straightening to do, and then they turned around and, you wear this hat saying you fishing tonight. I doubt he went fishing. Really, really went fishing. But he had a hat on saying he was fishing tonight. So if you were going to the birthday party and then you went home, then what fishing did you do that night? Was the fishing, take off? And you got to pay attention to why the hitter had on the same color, same exact almost outfit as the birthday guy. It makes you wonder, was what we saw not really what we saw? Okay? Did he point something at him, but did somebody else take him out from a distance? He said he was going fishing tonight. So if he went home, why you got a hat on saying you about to, go fishing tonight? And why you say you about to it's about to be some straightening out stuff going on for your birthday? What was straightened out, y'all? Outside of Migos losing a member, a very important member to their group. And pay attention to how labels fold when they take off the head of the labels. And I want you to also pay attention before we get started to why certain other labels, they're not taking their heads. Pay attention. Nobody's after CMG. Nobody's after Yo Gotti. Nobody's after Jay-Z. He the head. Why they not after them? So when other certain people are not being gunned for, people going gunning for them, then that tells you who's really doing the gunning, y'all. That explains the whole mess of who's really behind all the stuff that's going on. Now that's why, Cardi B been trying to tell people, but ain't nobody listening. And then it's hard to take us serious when 1 minute you jump on there and say this, and then you jump on there and say that. Okay? Let's get to it, y'all. So, here is August the 14th, 2014. You have Jay Prince Jr., and you have Yo Gotti. And look what he's posting, me and my nigga, okay? Rap a Lot, CMG, Free Meek Mill. They've been rocking with each other for a long time, y'all. And I do believe that, like I said, these are the ties. He told you his own self what mob ties means. That they're an organization moving, in different cities and states. And this is how they're tying all these people together that rocks with them. And this is the takeover. In the end, they want it to just be them as the biggest record labels out here. And just their artists, that's the biggest artists out here. Look how Glorilla just jumped on the scene and wins an award. And you've had bigger stars than her that been out here for years. And they just started getting, rewarded for things like this. SWV and all these people that's been out here for years. Look how many years it took them to get one award. And then you get this little troll that pops up, this little fence rider that act like she liked Dolph, and then she talked about Yo Gotti like a dog. And then, Yo Gotti put some paper in front of it and she just flips her whole script. It's hard to even take her serious. If you don't stick to, if a person don't stick to their word about something, then, what really do they have to offer outside of a little song and dance? Okay. And I just found that odd that she jumped right on the scene and she wins an award that she really don't even deserve. She ain't even got rights to the song that she got popular for. Just because she can guide some of these, younger generations in a direction. If she, the right writer put some music in, in front of her, she's a person that can guide people. A lot of these younger generations, just like, Beyonce does, she guides a lot of her fans. So, Glorilla is that type of person. But is she going to be, somebody that's, I just did her numerology and I told you that she's going to be betrayed. So, who's going to betray her? I have no idea. But it probably will be Yo Gotti. Because she started off talking about him. He owns her now. She talked about him. She talked about the crew. So how could you talk about this whole crew of people, then now you're sitting in their face? You think they're not sitting around the table looking like this little troll, this little this little that? Everybody's laughing at her now. A lot of people are laughing at her. Okay? She got a few stragglers that's trying to, pump up her name, but a lot of people sits back and laugh at her. Okay? She's on the chopping block, y'all. She is. And they're gonna get some fat pockets off of her as far as insurance policy wise, okay? Just like the rest of these people, okay? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to the connections. Just because you don't see Jay-Z hanging out with mob ties don't mean that they're not tied. They don't mean they ain't tied, y'all. This is his right-hand man, just like Drake is mob ties right-hand man, okay? And don't think that this guy right here don't go, have a meeting with this guy and it has something to do with this guy. They're all tied, y'all. They're all tied together. And look at the dice on his ring. It looked like he got dice on his ring. right here. I never paid that no attention, but it looked like some dice on his ring. But all of these guys are connected. Every last one of them. When I showed y'all this, I showed y'all this for a reason. This is the Illuminati, y'all. These are the Masons that then got together to bring down their own communities, take out their own people, just so they can, stay irrelevant and, keep money in their pockets. And pay attention to how that they can all have ties to people's demise, but they're not getting arrested for it. They will arrest the person who did it, but they're not arresting the person who dropped the bag, which don't make no sense. If you watch any crime movies, if you watch the not movies, but if you documentaries, if you watch the news about a husband or a wife paid somebody to take out their husband or paid somebody to take out their wife, and they got arrested, the person that took them out, and then they also arrest the person who sends the person to do it. But why don't that work in the rap world, y'all? Ask yourself this question. And this shows you that, a lot of stuff that's going on right now is because of, they let them do this. They let them do this to their own people. Pay attention to all the people, the judges, the politicians and stuff right now that's pushing changing laws so that criminals could get back out on the street. Pay attention to how rappers is getting into politicians right now. And y'all got to be careful who y'all putting in the office, because half of these people that y'all putting in office are these guys, road dogs. They are their family members. So when they do crimes and they bring all of these, goons to your cities, and the goons is taking over and, robbing people. You can't even come outside and wash your car because somebody running up in your house or running up on you, taking what you got. Pat yourself on the back, because these are the people y'all put in office. They're family members and people that hang out with these guys. So this is why a lot of people are getting arrested, and they're not going any higher up than the person that they arrest. I found it odd. I found this so odd, y'all, that you talk to the police and they say oh, they already got who they wanted to arrest for Dolph. And I'm like, are you serious? Are they serious? You talk to the police and they say, oh, they got who they already want for Mo 3. And you be like, are you serious? When people drop the bag, what about the people that drop the bag? So why is women and men locked up right now for paying somebody to take out their loved one? The husband or the wife, why are they locked up and the rappers not? Ask yourself this question, y'all. You see this table that T.I. sits at? Don't think that T.I. hands are clean. T.I. is a part of this mess. He was at the table when they sit around that table and had that meeting with Mo 3 right before he was taken out. It's about extortion. If they can get what they want from you and don't know other higher ups want you at the game that's going to pay a higher bag than you are, then you'll stick around for a little while. If you're not making no money for them and they just feel like putting you on a chopping block because they need a couple more $1 million for to do something else with another project or something like that, or sign some more dubbies that want to sign to their record label, then they get rid of the ones they liquidate, y'all. I did a video on liquidating because Empire liquidates. So all of them do this. All of them does this. They sit at this table and they decide who lives and who dies. And don't think that they're not all connected, because they are. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this picture right here. Lo and behold, is that Keon? Keon hanging out with CMG and Mob Taz? Ain't Keon the one who's doing 14 years right now for trying to take Dolph out? Look who's he hanging out with, Mob Taz. This is what I tell you, all of these, and make it so bad. They say he was a manager. This the crazy part. How do a manager go to prison for 16 or 14 years for trying to take out his artist ops? Do that make sense, y'all? Why is all these people been arrested and unarrested and all of this stuff tied to CMG for trying to take Dolph out? But CMG, no members of CMG is arrested. Ask yourself why. Here's Keon again, hanging out with mob ties. All of these guys are connected. And here's another one that they took out the game. Another one that they took out. I think, is that Snooty Wild or something like that? I think that's him over there in the corner right here. That might be him. He's gone now too. And ask me where he was taken out at. In Houston, y'all. By allegedly, mob ties. They supposed to have a hand in that. And word on the street is Yo Gotti called the play. You have to be careful who you signing with. You have to be careful who you dealing with. When somebody calls you and say, I want to do a feature with you, that same person that wants to do that feature with you to help put you on could be the person that take you out. And this is what these artists need to learn right now. Okay? That same person. Excuse me, y'all. I got you something to drink. That same person that you getting all geeking over, that be the one that's lining you right up. The worst thing that the Migos ever did was do that feature with Drake. Even though everybody like, oh, that blew them up. They were going to blow up anyway because they were talented. Some people you still need to not hang with. You just leave it alone. When you get that call from any of these people like Jay-Z, mob ties, anybody that's tied to mob ties like Drake now, and CMG now, run fast. Because you possibly could be lined up by the same people that helped put you on. Because they figure you owe them something afterwards. We the ones that help your career, so now we get to extort you for the rest of your life. And if you don't, and their goons can't keep, squeezing your pockets, then this is what happens to you. Just like what happened to TakeOff, y'all. Just like that. You become the entertainment of the night on Halloween when you start dealing with these type of people. And it's simple as that. Everybody wants to see how Atlanta is about to move right now. Because Atlanta, people saying, oh, Atlanta, mob ties can't come here. Y'all fail to understand that a lot of people from Atlanta, that's artists, they support mob ties. You got T.I., he support mob ties. You got Lil Baby, he support mob ties. And, it's all a connection too. So don't think that, just because this happened that Atlanta is totally against mob ties. We got people that's inside of Atlanta. You got Boosie that supports mob ties. Yes, he jumped on there and gave that little fake, respect to the Migos. But did he really mean it? T.I. came up there, gave that little fake respect. Boosie came up there, gave that little fake, respond to the Migos and what happened to them. It's fake because these are their guys. And remember when I told you that 50 Cent told him, it's right here in the post, y'all. 50 Cent said, 50 Cent shout out to Keon. He said he wanted to do some acting. So when he touched down, this is what he's saying. He's going to get him in some of his shows. They're rewarding guys for taking people out in their industry. This is why I laughed when they was like 50 Cent finna do a documentary on Mo3. Really? Really? He's a part of rewarding these guys when they do wrong. So do y'all think if he's a part of Keon and them crew, do you really think he care about Mo3? Or he just trying to make some money off of his demise? This is a joke to them, y'all. This is a joke. Look who Keon is also associated with. I told y'all this whole circle comes right back around. This is a circle. This is a crew of people. And their hitters. Their hitters are all connected to these same people. And they take out people that they want out of the industry. Just like they took out Nipsey Hussle. That was tied allegedly to Jay-Z. Y'all. And he just had to sit down at the table with Jay-Z. I guess Jay-Z and them didn't like what he said. Or he wasn't going along with, Nipsey Hussle wasn't going along with their mess. But look at this, y'all. Yo Gotti's collective music group label affiliate sentenced to 10 to 14 years for 2016 hotel hitting. He tried to take Dolph out before. He gets locked up, but Yo Gotti and them don't. He ain't. Dolph don't have no beef with this guy right here. Dolph got beef with CMG. So why, what's the motive? They just brush it under the rug. Look at here, y'all. Soulja Boy's birthday party. This is Keon right here. Same person that tried to take Dolph out before is in 2010 hanging out with Soulja Boy. Didn't Soulja Boy kick off this last little argument with Dolph on social media before Dolph was taken out? This time? The last time? They're all connected, y'all. And they've been connected for a very long time. This is the mob ties, y'all. That, Jay Prince Jr. speaks of when he say, they're connected from city to city. This is the mob ties he speaks of. And it's funny that the 666,000 views popped up on here. People see this as a coincidence, but it's no coincidence. Everything. This is the post that they put on the news with this 666 on there, y'all. That black youngster says he's innocent when they tried to take Dolph out another time. These are the 3 people that were arrested for trying to take him out before. Who is black youngster associated with, y'all? Yo Gotti, who wanted Dolph out the way. And is he locked up for attempting to take Dolph out before? Nope, he ain't locked up. Is he locked up for the other time? And is he locked up for the last time, y'all? And the crazy part about this, they record when they do stuff to people now. Like they did Mo3. It took them years to line Mo3 up because they wanted Mo3 lined up in a certain way that they could humiliate him on the middle of that expressway. They wanted to humiliate him. This is why they threw a party that lasted days. And they watched it. Just like on Menace to Society when they watched that movie. You remember that movie when they watched him take somebody out at that store, at the liquor store? This is how they did Mo3. They sit back and they watch the video footage of everybody from different cars put their footage together, and they put it together and made a video, y'all. And they sit back and they watched it. And that video circulated from from Dallas to Atlanta. They said that people in Atlanta was watching the tape. Now, who's in Atlanta that's associated with Mo3? Boosie and T.I., right, y'all? So who had that tape there watching it in Atlanta? Ask yourself this question. Dolph in critical but stable condition after being hit up. Look at this, y'all. They tried over and over and over again. Dolph hit up in Los Angeles. Rushed to the hospital. Multiple gunshot wounds. They tried over and over again until they finally got him. And the crazy part about it was he had all that money and he was still moving like he was broke. Everywhere Dolph went, when he stepped foot in Memphis or anywhere else, he should have had security when he left the house till they brought him back home. When you get multiple attempts on your life like that, and you a millionaire and you sitting on millions of dollars, you have to make different moves. And he didn't. Yo Gotti, person of interest in Young Dolph hitting 2017. Is he locked up, y'all? Over and over again, everybody that was associated with Yo Gotti were getting caught up, getting locked up, getting let out, getting locked up, getting let out. And he's still out here kicking it, ain't he, y'all? Corey McClinton, charged with attempted murder and shooting of Young Dolph. This is Yo Gotti's right-hand man too, y'all. And he got right back out. This one right here. You see them now at the games, him and Yo Gotti and them kicking it and hanging out. These are known hitters, y'all. Hitters. These are paid hitters. And they're running the streets like they ain't did nothing. They act like they just brushed it under the rug, like nothing happened. In Memphis, y'all, where Dolph helped so many people. So much disrespect. They turn around and have a little concert. And the person that's in the concert is a Moneybagg Yo. And he's tagged, allegedly, to CMG that allegedly paid for the whole thing and set up the whole thing for Dolph to get taken out. And there, life goes on. And the judges and the chief of Memphis is running around talking about they're trying to clean up their streets. Who are you trying to clean it up for? CMG now? So they can run the streets and, get away with murders and all kind of stuff that they're doing, allegedly? Ask yourself this question. How do these same people, continue to do the things that they're doing and get away with it over and over again? But y'all keep on voting the same people in office that ain't doing nothing. And ain't trying to do nothing. Because it's not affecting them and their kids. It's just affecting the communities. Black youngster arrested in connection to Young Dolph. Everybody is tied to Yo Gotti. It's the ones that all played a part. And Young Dolph being taken out, and they attempted over and over again till they got him. And they got 2 dummies locked up. And they probably ain't gonna do much time. They done already put, this expensive lawyer on him. So 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna do much time. He's gonna get right back out. Right back out. They claim they have the hitter from 03. He just got sentenced. Quavo White. He just got sentenced, y'all. I think they gave him 8 or 9 years for, a toy charge. But the toy charge has no connection to Mo3. But that's not what the news report said. The news report said they got the person of interest to Mo3. But when he just went to court and got his time, it's for something totally different. They act like the Mo3 thing has just fell off the face of the earth. Ask yourself why. When you have people like commissioners and all of these people that hang out and then grew up with Trap Boy Freddy now. And they get all geekity geek when somebody comes to town, like Mob Tats now, the police is now. This is why the people are getting away with all this mess, y'all. Here's Snooty Wow. One of his biggest hits was with Yo Gotti too, right, y'all? Wasn't it? One of his biggest hits. And word on the street is the same person that did a feature with him to blow him up is the same person that allegedly lined him up. Yo Gotti now. And they use their connection with Mob Task to do it. Allegedly. Word on the street. In my findings, Mob Task has their name written all over him being taken out. And there were witnesses that said Mob Task, J. Prince Jr. and them, had a meeting with CMG and them at a club. And he was the topic of discussion. Okay, y'all? They sit and they have these meetings. And then all of a sudden, somebody's taken out, and then somebody's pockets get fat. Look who he was rolling with. See, this is not no coincidence that these same people keeps getting taken out. That's in the circle. And this is another one that his demise has just been swept under the rug. It don't make sense how they pass away. You know why it don't make sense to the public? It's because they got spiritual advisors that help them, and lawyers and polices that help line people up so that they can get away with it after they do it. That it won't come back to them. They got people on the payroll on social media websites that help push stories out to steer the narratives. So they have people all over the place not really realizing who's really behind these hits. This is what's going on in the industry, y'all. This is no coincidence, y'all. Okay? And is that Megan Thee Stallion right there, y'all? Moneybag Yo them. And look, I want y'all to remember this guy right here, because this guy right here that's standing right next to Mob Task, he's CMG too. And he just had a big meeting, and they just, pretty much blessed Boosie into their little crew. Because Boosie been putting in work for them, allegedly. Boosie helped set up King Von. He went to meet Boosie at that hookah lounge, y'all. And Boosie didn't show up. But somebody else did, and he ended up taken out. And everybody want to make it seem as if, y'all. They want to make it seem as if it was just a coincidence. That he just went off on, that guy up there and jumped on him. And that's how it went down. And his friend, he protected him. That was all a setup, y'all. All a setup. And he got away with taking King Von out. But a lot of people say it's karma, because King Von took out a lot of people too. So you go out how you live it. This is how they look at it. And this is how the industry gets away with taking somebody else out. King Von was going to put a lot of people on in Chicago. He was going to put a lot of people on in Chicago. Down there. Okay, y'all? So, pay attention to how they chop off the head so that it won't feed everybody else. It won't grow other people that might, get bigger and bigger and bigger, even bigger than their crew. All right? And I'm not surprised that Megan Thee Stallion is on the chopping block, because they're using and abusing her now. All the guys in the industry. Okay? They're breaking in her houses and all kind of stuff. They're doing stuff to her. And I want y'all to notice that she called herself took a break after they broke into her house. She said she was taking a break. Okay? I'm wondering if she's getting extorted too. Because she has some guy that she signed up with, that she been going back and forth with, that's associated with this crew of people too. And now she's with Jay-Z, which she thinking that Jay-Z was a good move for her to go Jay-Z's route. But Jay-Z is part of Mob Task too. So if something happens to her, I'm not laughing, but if something happens to her, y'all, Jay-Z gets paid and Mob Task now. So I'm not surprised that she's on the chopping block right now. That stuff in her numerology is popping up all over the place. That she's out of here. A lot of satanic stuff is popping up under her. And it's going to be a lot of confusion, just like it was with everybody else, Mo3 and Dolph, when it happens, because how she moves with the gas and all of this stuff, ain't going to be no telling how it's going to go down. And I'm just telling y'all what I've know and then found out as far as the numbers and stuff like that, y'all. Look how the police is all in this guy's face like he's something special. But you look at this, y'all. They all laughing and, in these guys' face like they are something special. And they're hitters. They pay people to take other people out. And they're all in their face like they are the bomb, y'all. This is why these guys are getting away with so much stuff that they're getting away with, y'all. This one right here, he looks so damn stupid, y'all. And this is the face of, the street associates. I don't get it. The street associates is a joke now in the industry. The industry has made street associates a joke. It used to be that they used to look hardcore and stuff like that. But this is the new street associates now that's running things. And people actually were out here going to jail with this guy. This younger generation was going to jail with this guy because he got locked up and they started, sending all kind of little messages toward the police because they wanted this man released. That's running around here in dresses and all kind of stuff. And this is who they want to represent them. The fake ones, y'all. Not the real ones. Because real street associates are sitting back looking like, what the heck has, the streets become? Y'all. I gotta go eat. I'm starving. This is what is representing the street associates. And I want y'all to pay attention to who they put on this guy. Two people that they put on this guy that people don't want to pay no attention to. They put T.I. on this guy. And they put Trap Boy Freddy on this guy. Trap Boy Freddy was running around looking for this guy. And if you go to YouTube, he's telling a story of how he, got signed to 300. Because he pulled up on this guy right here. He was sent to this guy. He was sent to this guy. Trap Boy Freddy. He's a part of Mob Task 2. He was sent to this guy, to Young Thug. T.I., that he didn't just start hanging around Young Thug for nothing. T.I. was at this guy's house more than he was. This guy was all hanging out at T.I.'s house. Don't y'all find it funny that certain artists, they start hanging out with certain people and they end up locked up or dead? But don't nobody care about this one right here because he was in over his head. He had got a little too big for his bridges, y'all. And I want y'all to pay attention to Birdman and all of this stuff that they claimed that this guy and Birdman got together and they were going to take out Lil Wayne and all of this stuff. I want y'all to pay attention to how somebody that act like call you they son. At the same time they calling you they son, they get up with somebody else and then they want to take you out. Birdman, this is how I kind of lost a little respect for my girl. I love me some Toni Braxton, but this is who she is associated with, Birdman, and I just can't with her too much. I still love some of her songs, but people have made you lose respect because of the company that they keep. So I have to, get away from supporting people of this circle. Because when you support even their women, you are putting money in their pocket and supporting their causes. So I just can't. I want y'all to pay attention to Honeycomb Breezy. Right before he got pulled over and got locked up, he was hanging out with Boosie. Boosie puts in work, y'all, believe it or not. He was, a word on the street is, he was hanging out at Boosie's house, and Boosie put some kind of tracker or something on his car for the police. This is what I heard, but I'm not sure. But y'all see how the police pulls Boosie over, and he say he got people back at the house that's going, they can mingle and tingle with on him and this and that, and he don't get in trouble for it. It makes you wonder if this is true. Okay, y'all? So I'm going to say allegedly, but word on the street is Boosie was a part of Honeycomb Breezy going to jail. Not only was Boosie a part of that, word on the street is Mob Ties had something to do with, what went down with the whole Honeycomb Breezy stuff. So, y'all, it's a lot going on with these artists. Like I told you before, who names do you see up here? J Prince Jr., Yellow Beezy, Soulja Boy, Doughboy. All of these guys are connected. And they send people in different directions at people so that you won't see it coming. Young Thug didn't see it coming. He was letting all these celebrities, thinking he's cool with all of these celebrities, letting them know all his business, and they were running back, lining him up so he could get arrested and his whole crew. It was the takedown of YSL. I hope I said that right. Or is it YLS? No, YSL. Yes, the takedown of it, y'all. These are the same three that took down Mo3. Allegedly. Okay? This stuff is serious. Here's Boosie joining Yo Gotti's family, CMG. And everybody was like, oh, Boosie is... What do y'all see right here? The Memphis takeover, right? That's why they had to get Young Dolph out the way so they could take over. And now, I guess they're trying to take over Atlanta by getting rid of certain people. Notice how nobody's coming at T.I. Is anybody coming at Lil Baby? And I want y'all to pay attention to something, okay? Look at the table that they're sitting at. And this right here, ain't this the same guy that was on the picture with Mob Ties a few minutes ago? I told y'all to remember his face. That's the same guy. Look at these two right here. Allegedly, this guy right here took Nipsey out for Jay-Z. Allegedly. This was a paid hit. And they used, the dummy that's locked up right now, because they use these young dummies and people that got, mental illnesses and stuff like that to take the fall. And sometimes they get rid of them just in case they might tell on everybody, or they beat the crap out of them in the jail so that, they know that they can reach out and touch them while they in there. They got police and security guards that's in the jails that works for them. They go in there and reach out and touch them. Okay? Now let's get back to Migos. A lot of these guys were jealous of the Migos. They're jealous. And I think that Quavo was the menace in the group. I think that OffSet and TakeOff was the ones that, a little more level-headed. But I think Quavo is the one with the big mouth and wants to fit in with everybody and wants to think that, he know everything. And he goes into a direction of something and he turns around and gets, his whole group into some mess that, they can't come back from right now. And I do believe this is why they took out the brain of the group, as far as the one that was, bringing a lot to the table. Because this was how they're taking down and the Migos. And I don't think Mob Ties ever really liked the Migos. I really don't. I don't think they ever liked them in the first place. But they just kept them close. So, this is how they learn their weaknesses. They learn who is the strong one in the group, who is the quiet one, who is the this, who is the that. Which one can we take out to take the whole group out? To destroy the whole head so you can get rid of the body. And they went after the baby. They went after the baby of the group. the one that was talented, putting music together. They went after the head. Even though he was the baby, he was a very important part of the Migos. And this is how they brought this group down to their knees. And they used the dummy of the group, and I'm going to just say it like it is, Quavo, who's the big head that can't nobody tell him nothing, but he still want to hang with the in crowd. And then the same in crowd that he want to hang with is the ones that want to bring his stupid self down. But he's going along with all this mess. I don't think they ever liked them. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I want y'all to pay attention to the fights that Offset was getting into. Offset got into a fight with Lil Baby, right, y'all? He got into a fight with Lil Baby. Lil Baby is associated with CMG now and Yo Gotti now. So was this an industry hit for to take down the Amigos group? I believe so. I think that somebody had a little meeting, and I think that Yo Gotti and them was a part of that meeting. This is just my personal opinion. Ain't no way in the world that Lil Baby gets into a fight with Amigos, with Offset. Then right after Lil Baby gets into a fight with Offset, 42 Dugg gets into a fight with Offset. There's no way, okay, that the same people that's associated with CMG keep getting into a fight with Offset. And now Offset is gone, and CMG is tied to Mob Taz, and this happens at Mob Taz's birthday party. Ain't no way that's not connected, y'all. What do you see right here? This is October 31st. Last year. Who was hanging out together? Lil Baby was hanging out together. Chopper Guy. Remember I told y'all about Chopper Guy. He the one that put the video out, talk about Mo 3 on the Expressway, one shoe on, one shoe off. CEO Big 30, he's a part of CMG. 42 Dugg is signed to CMG. Black Youngster is signed to CMG. Straight Drop is the one that just got locked up for taking out Young Dolph. All of these guys are all connected, y'all. And look at the bottom where it says Houston videographer. Even somebody from Houston is their videographer. You know, these guys are tied. And their hitters are tied. This is the same guy. Go look it up. 42 Dugg had a fight. What got into it was, because y'all remember back here when Offset, they said that they took his clothes off and beat him up or something like that, put paws on him. Yeah, that all those fights had to do with people that was tied to Yo Gotti. This is a part of the takeover. If Amigos is not going to roll with them, then they're going to roll over them, and they letting them know their power. I wonder how Cardi B is about to move now. Is she going to continue with her little Illuminati mess and go deeper into this mess, or is she going to hurt and Offset about to walk away from this mess? Because can't nothing good come out of it. Even if they do go along with it now, sooner or later they're going to be on the chopping block still. Because this is what they do. They get close to these artists and then they take them out. 42 Dugg. What are the odds of 42 Dugg getting into it with Offset? And they got into some serious brawls, y'all. Lil Baby, they got into some serious brawls with Offset. So has the industry always been against Amigos? But Quavo was just too stupid to pay attention to it. Because he was trying to fit in. This one right here, y'all. Was he sent to mess with Offset? Was Lil Baby sent to mess with Offset? And this is why Offset bounced and stopped hanging around these people. Because, you know, Quavo was saying that Offset wasn't loyal. But was it really Quavo the one that wasn't loyal to Offset? Because these same guys that was putting paws on Offset. Quavo was still hanging around these same guys in that same circle of people. Quavo was still doing music with they guys. Quavo was still hanging out, shooting dice with these guys. And like I said, when I did the numbers, you seen karma came up. Was this karma? If Quavo wanted to go hang out and play dice with Mob Ties, why did TakeOff have to go? He wasn't playing dice. He wasn't even, participating in anything. Why did he have to go? Why couldn't Quavo go hang out with his boys by himself? Why did his nephew have to come? And I think that TakeOff was old enough to know, if you don't fit in with these guys and want to hang out with these guys, why are you doing it? These are some of the same guys that's tied to the guys that put pause on your cousin. So who was really disloyal? Was OffSet disloyal to Quavo and TakeOff? Or was TakeOff and Quavo disloyal to OffSet, y'all? This is deep. Were they disloyal to him? See how they were putting all these people around him, doing music with Moneybagg Yo and all of that stuff? These are the same crew of people that lines people up, allegedly. You see this? This is the hitter that's locked up right now for Young Dolph. That's attached to Moneybagg Yo now. Same hitter for Young Dolph. So, who was really disloyal to who, y'all? Ask yourself this question. Who's really disloyal to who? And I want you to pay attention to the snakes that's been hanging around each other. Cardi B been hanging around Glorilla. Cardi B, Beyonce try to act like she liked Cardi B. But is she just there to, manipulate her as well? You don't know how this is going to go. Is Cardi B going to, help set up Glorilla? Or is Glorilla going to help set up Cardi B? Because all of them snakes. And they snakes each other out. When they have that meeting at the table and they say, oh, this one got to go, this one got to go. And then they put that play in motion. The same people that they're calling themselves hanging out with is the same ones that lines them up. Oh, it's a dirty game, y'all. And they're all connected. So was this an industry hit? I do believe so. It's a part of the takeover. And I know this video is long enough, so I'm about to stop right here, y'all. But they're all connected. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all.